Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back. I appreciate you clicking on the video. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Now, someone in the comment section requested I make this video. This is going to be about duplicating cars. Now, this isn't going to be an actual duplication glitch, but this is going to be telling you anything and everything you need to know about duplicating cars. It's going to be telling you how duplications work, what kind of dupes there are, how to avoid daily sell limits, how daily sell limits work, what happens when you get hit with a daily sell limit. Pretty much anything you could possibly want to know about duping cars, we're going to go over it right here. Now, the vast majority of this is coming straight from the 7 Sins page, so I will leave that linked in the description if you want to go check it out yourself, because it's pretty in-depth. And what I've kind of tried to do is to condense all that into what I feel like most everyone needs to know, because there's a lot of stuff in there that really won't matter to most people, and that you really don't need to know if you're just going to duplicate cars and sell them, right? But if you do want a more in-depth understanding of it, like I said, I'll leave it linked in the description, and you can go check that out for yourself. So we're going to hop right into it. Like I said, I'm going to try to condense this down and keep it as short as possible, but there is a lot of information here, so let's just hop right into it, all right? The first thing we need to know is what is a dupe and how does it work? And basically, there are 3 types of duplication glitches, alright? Now, the first one being a merge glitch. Basically, in a merge glitch, what happens is you trick the game into thinking the car you're getting is a car that you already own. Alright, so for example, let's say you're duping an Issy over an Elegy. Basically, it merges those 2 cars, and it makes the game think that your Izzy is an Elegy, when in reality, it's an Izzy, alright? So that's the merge glitch is the most important one here, I feel like, because the merge glitch is where you get the clean plates. Okay, when you do a merge glitch, you'll know if you merge an Izzy onto an Elegy, you'll see the plate on the Izzy change to the Elegy plate, right? Because that's the game thinking that that Izzy is still an Elegy when in reality it's not. So that's going to be the one that you're going to want to use the most, is a merge glitch, because that gives you a clean plate. Now, the other types of glitches there is a replacement glitch. Basically, just like it sounds, you replace one car with another one. Just like when you drive a street car into your garage, it asks if you want to replace a vehicle. Basically, you delete one car and you put another car in its place. That's how a replacement glitch works. Now, there's also a carbon copy glitch, and that's just like it sounds. You make an exact copy of another vehicle. So you make 2 of the same exact cars. Now, both of those glitches, a replacement glitch and a carbon copy glitch, will give you a dirty plate, because those, think about it. If you're replacing cars with one type of car, well, if you replace 2 cars with the same car, now you have 2 of the same plates. And that's what you want to avoid. You want to avoid having duplicate plates. And same thing with the carbon copy glitch. If you're making carbon copies, exact copies of one car, then you have multiple cars with the same plate on them. So that's where you would need custom plates, and we'll get into the custom plates a bit more later. So also in here, I wanted to talk about a frozen money glitch. A lot of people get confused with frozen money on if they have dirty cars, if they need custom plates. When you're using a frozen money glitch, it's just that your money's frozen, right? And say you buy 50 Vigilantes or 50 Deluxos, they're all clean cars because you purchased them legitly. The only thing is you didn't get charged for them. So there's no, worries on using a frozen money glitch to purchase cars. They're just normal cars, so no worries there. Now, I also wanted to include give cars to friends in this. Normally when you're doing give cars to friends, you are doing a merge glitch, which means you'll get a clean plate. You'll receive the plate that was on your vehicle onto your friend's vehicle when you do the glitch. If you have whatever car it is in the back of your MOC, you do the glitch, it takes that plate and merges it onto your friend's car. Now, if that's not happening and you're receiving the same plates your friend has, especially like let's say he gives you 4 Izzies and all those Izzies have the same plate, you have dirty dupes. Okay, you do not want to sell all those cars, because you will get dupe detected if you have vehicles with the same plates. If you're doing this and you're receiving cars like that, you need to have custom plates to use on these vehicles. And while we're on the subject of custom plates, as of 8/10/18, which was a little less than 2 years ago, Rockstar changed the code that detects dupes. Basically what happens now is the game keeps track of your last 7 sales. It makes a note of the model and the plate number, including custom plates. So what happens is if it detects that one of the last 7 vehicles you sold has the same plate as one of the last 7 vehicles you sold, then you get flagged as having duped cars. And this is going to raise your exploit level. This is also going to decrease your daily sell limit, so you really want to avoid this. So if you're not getting clean plates and you're using custom plates, you need to have at least 8 different custom plates so that you never have 2 of the same plates on that 7 car list. So if you sell 7 cars, when you get ready to sell your 8th car, you need to have a different plate so that when you sell that 8th car and it bumps the first car you sold off the list, now you can reuse that plate from your first car to sell the 9th car, and so on and so forth. You'll just keep tumbling through the plates there, but you'll do it in a way that you never have the same plate on that 7 car list twice. Because if you get caught with the same custom plate, just like you can get caught with a duplicate number plate, you will be dupe detected, and that'll raise your exploit level and decrease your daily sell limit, and that's the whole purpose here, is to keep that from happening. So that is one of the biggest things that I can try to push for you to look out for, is duplicate plates, be it custom plates or number plates. You don't ever want 2 cars with the same plate. If you find 2 of them that have the same plate, either buy a free elegy over the top of it or store a street vehicle over the top of it. Just be very aware of the plate numbers and making sure that you don't have duplicate copies of the same plate, be it number plates or custom plates. Now, before we get into sell limits and sell prices and stuff like that, a couple of tips on how to avoid getting banned. Now, there's never a guarantee that you won't get banned or money wiped when you're doing glitches. We should all understand this, but there are a few things you can do to minimize the risk. One is to never glitch in public lobbies. Obviously, if people see you doing weird stuff, they may report you. Never sell your duped cars in public lobbies. If people see you going back and forth between your garage and the LSC, they may report you. Be careful when helping new people. I would recommend only helping new people doing glitches when they're the one doing the glitch. Be very leery of messaging random people to help you with glitches because they may report you. Set your privacy settings on Rockstar Social Club so that no one can see your stats. Okay? Dupe in moderation. Depositing $100 million a day might put a target on you. Never post your gamer tag in a public forum. Instead, send PMs if you want to talk to someone in a forum, right? Don't participate in money lobbies. A lot of these people get banned really frequently, so be careful with the money drops, money lobbies, stuff like that. Now, another thing here is how to avoid a hotfix, how to keep your dupe glitch from getting patched. Let's say you've been duping cars all night, you're tired, you gotta go to bed, but you want to dupe more cars tomorrow, but you're afraid it'll be patched. For Xbox, what you can do is simply leave your character in the apartment watching TV, or you can go into creator mode and just leave the creator menu up. Both of these will avoid you from getting kicked online, or kicked offline, sorry. Also, if you're going to do that, you need to go into your power settings and set your Xbox to never turn off. That way it won't turn off or it won't try to go to sleep once it's been setting untouched for a while. And like I said, just leave your character in creator mode or either leave them watching TV in the apartment. Now for PlayStation, it's a little simpler. Just set your PlayStation to rest mode. And then while you're still online, you simply press your PS button and select rest mode. And that'll keep it from shutting down completely. Your game will essentially still be running in the background, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into daily sell limits, sell prices, and how all of that works. Now, for sell prices, the way the game determines the sell price is it gives you 60% of your purchase price plus 50% of the price of the upgrades for the vehicle. That's why using an LG Retro Custom or Easy Classic is the most beneficial, because those cars cost a lot to upgrade. Now, when selling a duped copy, if you ever try to do this, you'll know this from experience. If you sell the original supercar you bought, you'll get that 60% of the purchase price plus your 50% of the upgrades, right? Now, if you duped that car, the game knows that you didn't pay for that car, so you don't get anything for the 60% of your purchase price as you didn't pay for the car. What you will get is 50% of the upgrades, which is going to be pennies if you use a supercar. You may get back 100, 150,000 for a $2.5 million car because you didn't purchase it, you duped it. So that's why duping the Izzies and the LGs is more beneficial, because you don't need that 60% of the purchase price. You get your money back off of the upgrades, right? So that's kind of how the game determines the sell price when you sell a vehicle. Now, getting into daily sell limits and how they work, I'm going to go through a lot of stuff here. The one thing to keep in mind here is this: you should sell 2 cars per 2 hours real time, and no more than 7 cars in a 30-hour period. That's the bottom line. Regardless of what else we go through here, because some of this is going to get kind of confusing, the bottom line is 2 cars per 2 hours or 7 cars per 30 hours. Now, the way hitting your daily sell limit works is, for example, let's say you're allowed to sell 6 vehicles in a 30-hour period. You just sold your 6th car, you go back in to sell a 7th, that's when you hit your daily sell limit. When you go in and press sell on that 7th vehicle, it'll say you have hit your daily sell limit and you just got flagged. Now, what'll more than likely happen at that point is now you get bumped up a level in exploits, and you get 1 car, or you get not 1 car, you get bumped down on how many cars you can sell per 30-hour period. So that's every time you hit the sell limit, every time you get that message that says you've hit your daily sell limit, what happens is your exploit level goes up and the amount of cars you can sell per 30 hours goes down. Now I'm going to go through a list here. This list is in no way a suggestion on how to sell cars. This is merely how the game tracks it and what the game allows you to get away with before they flag you. Because you'll see here around levels 4, 5, and 6, Rockstar actually sets you up in a trap to get caught selling duped cars and to get caught hitting daily sell limits too often. So basically how this works is with no exploit level at all, there's a threshold for 30 to 40 cars you can sell before you'll hit a daily sell limit. Now, once you hit that, what'll happen is your exploit level will go up to level 1. At this point, now you can only sell 10 vehicles in a 30-hour period. Now, you hit the daily sell limit again, it goes up to exploit level 2. You're only allowed to sell 8 vehicles in a 30-hour period. You hit the daily sell limit again, it goes up to level 3 on your exploit levels, and then you're only allowed to sell 6 vehicles per 30 hours. So do you see how this works? That every time you hit the sell limit, your exploit goes up, the number of cars you can sell goes down. Now, after level 3, if you hit your daily sell limit while only being able to sell 6 vehicles per 30 hours, you get your custom plates taken away. You won't have the option for them anymore, and you'll be at exploit level number 4. Now, this is where the trap begins, right? At exploit level 4, the game will allow you the chance to sell 9 vehicles in a 30-hour period. But what happens if you sell more than 5, because remember at level 3, we were only allowed to sell 6, all right? So we already know we bumped down to level, or we went up in exploits to level 4, so technically we should only be able to sell 5. But the game will allow you to try to sell 9. But as soon as you hit that 5th vehicle, you're flagged again, and you get bumped up in exploit level to level 5. Now the same thing here, the game will allow you to try to sell 9, but as soon as you sell 4, you get bumped up again to level 6. Same thing again. Now we can only sell 3 vehicles, but the game's going to allow us to try to sell 9. As soon as we hit 3, we get bumped up in exploit to level 7. Now at level 7, we can only sell 3 vehicles per 30 hours. So do you see how in level 4, 5, and 6, they kind of set us up for failure there by allowing us to pretty much trap ourselves and be caught red-handed because we're trying to sell more cars than we're technically allowed to. So that's why I say you should always keep track of how many cars you're allowed to sell. And the only way to really find that out is to hit the daily sell limit once and see what that is. And then write that down and know that, hey, if I can only sell 6 vehicles a day, that I'm at level 3 already and I need to chill out with selling vehicles and not sell 6 in a 30-hour period until my exploit level goes down and my daily sell limit goes up. Now, moving along with the exploit levels, if you get hit with a daily sell limit at level 7 where you can only sell 3 vehicles per day, At this point, you're considered a repeat cap offender, meaning that you keep hitting your daily sell limit no matter how low they push it, right? You're not going to back off of selling cars. So at this point, what happens is you get put into a special category, like I said, called repeat cap offenders at level 1. At this point, it will take 60 months of not hitting a sell limit to raise your exploit level back up to level 7, where you were before. And then, so on and so forth, back down the list until you have no exploits. So once you get past this repeat cap offender, it's probably very unlikely that you'll ever be able to sell more than the minimum of 2 cars every 30 hours. Now, once you're in this repeat cap offender, you can sell 2 cars every 30 hours unless you hit the daily sell limit again, and then you're stuck in the 1 car every 30 hours, just like me, for a minimum of 5 years without hitting a daily sell limit, which is nearly impossible to do. I can speak from experience. Now, if you keep really good track of it, maybe you can, but like I said, I'll come in here sometimes thinking it's been 30 hours, it's only been 28, I'll try to sell a car, hit my daily sell limit, and there we go, we just reset my 5-year clock. So it's very unlikely that I'll ever get my exploit level dropped, I'll never get my custom plates back, and that's why I think it's very important for you guys to know things like this so that this doesn't happen to you. Okay, so moving along. Now, hitting your daily sell limit is not the only way to increase your exploit level. This can also be done through Duping Detection, which is basically the game identifying that you have 2 cars with the same exact plate, and it marks those vehicles as dirty dupes, and this will also raise your exploit level. Now, what can happen here is you can immediately lose the ability to apply custom plates to this vehicle. If the game detects that you have a dirty car, you won't be able to just throw a custom plate on it and fix it. Once the game detects it, it'll remove the ability for you to apply a custom plate to that vehicle, and it will also devalue the vehicles you sell. Up to 5 cars, okay? If you have 0 dirty dupes, you get 100% of your sell prices. If you have 1 dirty dupe, you get 50% of your sell prices. If you get 2 dirty dupes, you get a quarter of your sell price, and so on and so forth, up to 5 dirty dupes is the max, which you get 2% of the sell price of a vehicle. So you don't want to be caught with dirty cars. If you should happen to see that you have dirty cars, you immediately need to overwrite them with a street vehicle or a free elegy or something. Park them in a full garage and purchase a vehicle over the top of them, or like I said, take a street car in there and erase that car with the street car. And you want to do this as soon as you can, because it doesn't take long for the game to realize that you have 2 vehicles with the same plate, and once that happens, you are dupe detected, and this will raise your exploit level. Now, you can also be hit with a false positive for a dupe detect, and how this happens is if you have custom plates and you delete a plate on your iFruit app that is still on a vehicle, it'll identify that vehicle as a dirty car because it has a plate on it that no longer exists in your iFruit app. So like I said, my custom plates were taken away a long time ago, but do be very careful with the custom plates, because especially when you're using them for car duping purposes, because they can be very tricky and there's a lot of in and outs of using custom plates. If you are going to use them, I do recommend checking the link in the description to be sure that you're using them right, because like I said, there's a lot more information here that I don't have time to go through that will help you if you're using custom plates. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're using custom plates, be sure you have 8, okay? And scroll those 8 from 1 to 8 every time you sell it. When you get to plate number 8, start back at plate number 1, and so on and so forth, so that you don't ever get caught with 2 of the same plates on that 7-car list that they're keeping track of. Now, how do you get out of dupe detection? Like I said, you need to overwrite that dirty vehicle that you have that has the same plate as another vehicle. Now, if you have 2 of them and you don't remember which one the original was, overwrite both of them, because you don't want to get stuck with selling it. If you try to sell it, you're just going to flag yourself and you're going to raise your exploit level. So if you don't remember which one's the original, like I said, just overwrite both of them, okay? It's not worth getting flagged for. Now, in order to raise your daily sell limit and decrease your exploit level, what you need to do is not hit your daily sell limit. And I know if you don't know where your daily sell limit is, that can be hard to do. If you've never hit your daily sell limit, you should be good. But I'm assuming that most people watching this video probably have hit a daily sell limit at some point or another. What you need to do, assuming you're not in the 1 or 2 car a day club, because like I said, it'll be 5 years before your sell level increases. So just like me, that's probably a lost cause. What I recommend you doing is find your daily sell limit. Go in there and sell cars until you hit it, okay? Once you hit your daily sell limit, let's say that you sell 6 cars, you go in there to sell the 7th one, and it says you can't sell because you've hit your daily sell limit. All right, that means your daily sell limit was 6 because you tried to sell 7 and it wouldn't let you. So your limit was 6, all right? Well, we also have to take into account that you just hit your sell limit again at 6 cars. So now your limit is 5. So write that number down. Wherever you hit your sell limit at, if you hit your sell limit on your 7th car, subtract 2 from that. That's your new sell limit. If you hit your sell limit on 6 cars, subtract 2 from that. All right, because what happens is whatever you hit your sell limit at, if you hit it at 8, your sell limit was really 7. If you hit it at 6, your sell limit was really 5. So your sell limit is really 1 less than when it gives you the alert, you know. And then we also have to assume that it bumped us down 1 more because we hit our sell limit that time. So go in there, find your sell limit like that, write it down, and then don't hit that sell limit for 30 days, you know. Try to go 30 days without hitting your sell limit, and then retest for your sell limit again and see where it's at. See if it's increased any. If it hasn't, then the next time you need to wait 60 days. You know, there's really no set number in how long it takes to increase your exploit level. It depends on how far down you are. I'm sure the further or the higher your exploit level is, the longer it takes for you to regain your daily sell limit. All right. So that's about all I got for you guys. I know it was a lot of information. Like I said, I'll leave the link in the description to the 7 Sins page if you want to go read it and check some of it out for yourself, because there's a lot more information there that I didn't get into. I tried to just cover the basics and answer what I thought most people's questions are on duping cars and daily sell limits. So I do hope this helps a lot of you out and keeps you from hitting a daily sell limit, keeps you from being dupe detected. That was the main goal here, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, drop me a like. It would be greatly appreciated. I spent a lot of time going through 7 Sins, trying to weed out what I thought you guys needed from what you didn't. If you're not subscribed, if you're part of the 86% of people that watch my videos but are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Turn on the bells so you get the notifications whenever I upload. Also, we will be doing the giveaway tomorrow for the modded cars, okay? I haven't selected the names yet. I got to go through and do that tonight. But we will be live tomorrow at around 6 p.m. Eastern time to give away the modded cars. So come check us out. Like I said, maybe like last time we'll do some, Rockets versus Insurgents, some different GTA games, mini games in there while we're giving cars away. So thank you guys for stopping by again. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.